Might you share any tips that can help us to become better listeners?
I think this is going to sound simplistic, but I would say decide you want to listen. A lot of times people say things to us and it's just like noise. It's background noise because our mind is on something else. And I find that's true of myself. Somebody comes in and starts to say something and I'm in the middle of an email. I've gotten where I used to sometimes just say, yeah, okay. And I acted like I was listening, but I really was focused on that email. So now I'm in the habit for the last, 2 decades or so to say, excuse me, can you hold that just a moment? I'm not listening. Let me finish. And I would write a sentence, finish my thought, and then turn back to that person to listen. So making up your mind that you intend to listen is the most important thing. I think clarifying. A lot of times we jump to assumptions about what somebody's saying. They give us a piece of information and we think, oh, so their point is, and that's not their point at all. So if you can get to the habit of saying, is what you're trying to tell me that you'd like me to do X, or are you trying to tell me that you're not happy with your job and you want to switch to a different role? I try to clarify. And sometimes it's right. Sometimes the conclusion I drew about what they said is wrong. And so making sure that you question and verify the conclusion you're drawing about what they say is another good listening tip, habit.
Beautiful. So first we have to decide that we're going to listen, right? And then along the way, asking questions to make sure that we understand what the other person say. Are we having the right understanding about that, or we need to have some adjustments or so?
Particularly that's important when you're giving directions as a manager, as an executive, when you delegate a project. If you say, people are in the habit sometimes of saying, do you follow me? Are you with me? Or is that clear? Well, nobody's going to say, no, I'm stupid. I don't understand. Nobody says that. They always nod and act like, sure, I understand. So what you have to do as a speaker is to take responsibility yourself by asking some questions to say something. Let's say you've delegated a project, and as the executive, then you take the responsibility and say, as you get this done, what 2 or 3 steps do you think you will be taking, or where do you think you're going to start on this project, or what's a reasonable timeline to get this done? And by their answers, then you, the speaker, can determine if they really understood. Because they don't know that they don't understand. They don't know that they're on a different wavelength than you. So it's really, as a speaker, it's your responsibility to question and make sure they understand, and don't just let them say, oh yeah, sure, I understand, or it's clear, when it may not be.
Wow.